Good morning, I'm Abheudaya Shrrestha, and these are the headlines of the hour. Hindus throughout the country today observing Nag Panchami, the festival honoring snakes. Devotees throng ponds and shrines across the country, including those in the Kathmandu Valley. The amendment bill on transitional justice to be formed into laws within 2 weeks. Experts suggest to make it acceptable to all parties, especially the victims. The United States, Egypt and Qatar released a joint statement calling on Israel and Hamas to meet for negotiations to finalize a Gaza ceasefire and hostage release deal. And USA remain on top of the Paris 2024 Olympics medal tally after the conclusion of Day 13 events, bagging 30 gold medals. China in the second spot, Australia third. Hindus throughout the country are observing Nag Panchami today, the festival that honors snakes. The festival falls on the Shravan Shukla Panchami as per the lunar calendar and is marked by worshipping Nag, or the snake god. Devotees paste a picture of the snake god above or on the side of the main door of their houses to mark the auspicious day. It is believed that pasting the picture of the snake god also safeguards the family from snakes and scorpions, as well as from fire, lightning and other natural disasters. Ponds and shrines across the country, including Nagpokhri and Taudaha in Kathmandu and Siddhapokhri in Bhaktapur, are thronged with devotees today. The Law, Justice and Human Rights Committee of the Parliament has unanimously endorsed the bill related to transitional justice. The committee endorsed the bill on the basis of the agreement generated by the task force. Yesterday's meeting of the committee unanimously endorsed the bill formulated to amend the acts related to the Truth and Reconciliation Commission and the Commission of Investigation on Enforced Disappeared Persons. The committee had presented a proposal on the basis of the consensus generated by the three-party task force on the topics where agreement had remained elusive. Following discussions on the proposal, committee chair Bimala Subedi declared that the bill was endorsed unanimously. She said that the Speaker of the House of Representatives would be corresponded to create a conducive environment for holding the next meeting of the lower house, where the report could be presented.
को मस्यौदालाई प्रस्तुत भएकै रूपमा सर्वसम्मतिले पारित भएको घोषणा गर्दछु। मान्य सदस्यहरू, समितिको आजको बैठकबाट पारित भएको समितिको प्रतिवेदनलाई प्रतिनिधि सभाको आगामी बैठकमा पेश गर्ने व्यवस्था मिलाइदिनका लागि सम्माननीय सभामुखज्यू समक्ष पत्रका साथ अनुरोध गरिने बेहोरा मान्य सदस्यहरूलाई अवगत गराउँदछु।
At the meeting, parliamentarians identified the need for all parties to stand together on topics related to transitional justice. Agreement has been reached on all contentious issues, and the bill would be amended on the basis of agreement before being presented at the Parliament.
गराएर पीडकहरूलाई कानुनी दायरामा जवाफदेहीताको ठाउँमा उभ्याउनका लागि हामीले त्यो वातावरण बनाउन पर्ने अवस्था हुन्छ। त्यसको लागि हामी सबै यी सहमतिहरूप्रतिको बुझाइमा हामी एक ठाउँमै रहन पर्ने आजको आवश्यकता देखिन्छ।
परिणाम ल्याउनलाई त ऐनले मात्रै काम गर्दैन, ऐन एउटा माध्यम हो। ऐन राम्रो बन्दैछ, अब यो अनुसारको हामी त्यहाँ अब आयोगहरूको नियुक्ति कसरी गर्छौं र आयोगमा बस्ने व्यक्तिहरूको एटिट्युड कस्तो हुन्छ त्यो अनुसारको पीडितले न्याय सम्पादन पीडितसँग न्याय सम्पादन हुन्छ भने हामी बुझ्या छौं।
ऐन मात्रै पारित हुनु ठूलो कुरा होइन। ऐन पारित हुने, तर ऐन बमोजिम भोलि शान्ति प्रक्रियाका बाँकी कामहरू पूरा हुन सकेन भने ऐनले मात्रै काम गर्न सक्दैन। ऐनको सही ढंगबाट कारण हुन्छ कि हुन्न भन्ने पनि एउटा आशंका छ।
विशेष गरेर द्वन्द्वकालीन मुद्दामा चाहिँ पीडितहरूको चाहिँ पहिचान गर्ने, मेलमिलाप कायम गर्ने र त्यसको लागि चाहिँ पीडितहरूको चाहिँ स्वतन्त्र सहमति चाहिँ हुनुपर्छ भन्ने कुराको चाहिँ इंगित गरेको थियो र यो सम्माननीय अदालतले पनि पीडितको स्वतन्त्र सहमति चाहिन्छ भन्ने प्रकारको चाहिँ आदेश भएको सन्दर्भमा अब यसमा पीडितको स्वतन्त्र सहमति भएन भने के गर्ने भन्ने विषयमा हाम्रो अलि लामो बहस चाहिँ भएको थियो।
The meeting of the House of Representatives has been slated for 13th of August, this Tuesday, where the bill is to be presented. The Parliamentary Committee has unanimously approved of the bill related to transitional justice, paving way for it to be presented at the Parliament. Once the Parliament endorses the bill, the works of transitional justice will begin, but there are a few challenges that need addressing along the way. More in this report.
The Parliamentary Committee has begun legworks to make the report submitted by the Task Force on TRC Bill acceptable by all parties. For this, the committee is to call top leaders of all parties, including the Prime Minister, for discussion. After the report is accepted by all parties, the main job remaining would be to decide on how the Truth and Reconciliation Commission and the Commission of Investigation on Enforced Disappeared Persons would proceed with the conflict-era cases. More than 60,000 cases have already been filed in the Truth and Reconciliation Commission. An agreement has been reached to collect additional complaints regarding rape and cases of sexual violence after the new laws are formed. In the Commission of Investigation on Enforced Disappeared Persons, there are 3,300 complaints, of which only 2,500 are to be taken forward for detailed investigation. Experts say appointment of capable office bearers and conclusion of the formulation of laws are necessary to make the process easier.
जुन रूपमा अहिले ऐन संशोधन गर्ने कुरा बाहिर आएर छ त्यो धेरै हदसम्म चाहिँ सकारात्मक छ ऐन संशोधन हुनु पर्यो ऐन संशोधन भइसकेपछि एउटा क्रेडिबल चाहिँ हुन्छ नि विश्वसनीय चाहिँ आयोग चाहिँ र विधि सम्मत चाहिँ आयोगको निर्माण हुनु पर्यो आयोगहरुलाई पूरा चाहिँ साधन स्रोत सबै उपलब्ध गराउनु पर्यो र आयोगलाई चाहिँ राज्य र मेजर पोलिटिकल पार्टीको निरन्तर रूपमा चाहिँ सहयोग हुनु पर्यो त्यो भयो भनेदेखि चाहिँ संक्रमणकालीन न्यायको जो बाँकी काम छ अथवा द्वन्द्व पीडितलाई न्याय दिलाउने काम त्यो चाहिँ के छ नि एउटा प्रभावकारी किसिमले अगाडि बढ्छ जस्तो मलाई लाग्छ।
It has been 18 years since the peace process began, and the issue has not just concerned the nation but also the international community. While parties say the bill has been made with victims at the center, questions have been raised if it just caters to the interest of the three major parties.
जो जघन्य अपराधहरुमा संलग्न भएका पीडकहरुलाई कम्तीमा पनि थोरै भए पनि सजायको दायरा चाहिँ हुनुपर्छ त्यसमा चाहिँ छुट दिने व्यवस्था चाहिँ र मेलमिलाप मार्फत सबै केसहरु टुंगाउन सकिदैन.
Victims hope that the parties will not delay any further and conclude the peace process at the earliest.
हामीलाई न्याय दिलाउनु पर्यो पेन्सन बनाइदिनु पर्यो हमकी लेखा अहिलेसम्म केही नाथिन सोध खबरहरु
न्याय पाइला भन्ने आशावादीमा छ त्यस्तो भइदियो भने चाहिँ जनताको लागि सुविधा र पीडित कुन हालतले भयो कस्तो गरेर अनुसन्धान गरेर चाहिँ अलिकति पीडित र मार्काएर कतिपय मान्छेले निर्दोषले चाहिँ पीडित परेर राहत पाइरहेका छन् हामी पीडित परेको मान्छेले राहत पाछन्.
At this juncture, political leadership faces a challenge of ensuring the transitional justice laws and the works of the peace process are acceptable to all, including the two conflict sides, the parties, victims and those affected, and even the international community that has been closely watching the process unfold.
हत्या गरेको स्वीकार गर्नुभएको छ स्वयं. अब उहाँले 5000 गर्नुभएको छ कि 7000 गर्नुभएको छ त्यो त अहिलेसम्म प्रमाणिक रूपमा बाहिर आएको छैन नि. अब जे पाए त्यो बोल्ने यहाँका नेताहरूको अलिकति त त्यो बानी नै छ नि.
There is also a call on the leadership to not overlook or ignore the verdict by the Supreme Court that has directed that the laws be victim-friendly. The laws should also specially address the agendas of women and children, compensations and relief issues, and justice delivery, among others.
The ashes of 5 of the 36 Nepali nationals killed in the Russia-Ukraine war were scattered at Kathmandu's Pashupati Aryaghat yesterday. With the consent of the families of the deceased, the ashes of 5 Nepali nationals who were cremated in Russia were sent to Nepal. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs informed that the ashes were brought to Kathmandu from Moscow on a Qatar Airways flight Wednesday morning. According to Nepal Airlines cargo at the Tribhuvan International Airport, the ashes of Dewan Rai of Kaski, Pritam Karki, Hariprasad Aryal and Ganesh Shrrestha of Xiangja and Anit Kumar Shah of Mahatari were handed over to the respective families. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs has confirmed that 36 Nepali nationals have died in the Russia-Ukraine war so far after joining the Russian army. Russia has not informed whether the remaining 31 Nepalese have been cremated. Despite continuous efforts from the Nepal government, the Russian government has not given Nepal the data of how many Nepali nationals have been recruited in the Russian army, how many were injured, and how many died in the Russia-Ukraine war. According to the Nepalese who were recruited into the Russian army. At least 1,500 Nepalese have been recruited. Meanwhile, the Department of Consular Services has informed that only 331 people have applied for the rescue of their relatives who joined the Russian army. The anti-immigrant riots that have been raging in England for a week have subsided since yesterday. Shops have started to open and the movement of people has increased. The right wings backed off after 6,000 additional police were mobilized and counter-rallies were held in several cities, thinking that the demonstration, which was scheduled to be held in more than 100 places on Wednesday night, could be violent. However, following an emergency COBRA meeting yesterday evening, Prime Minister Keir Starmer warned that police should be on high alert because of possible unrest across the country. The right-wing groups have targeted immigrants and Muslims for the past week, burning private and police vehicles, vandalizing mosques, and looting shops. After the riots ended, the Nepalese community of Aldershot City, where there is a significant settlement of Nepalese, has also returned to work and business. Man Gurung, president of the local Greater Rushmore community, said that a week had passed in terror, but the situation has returned to normal since yesterday. Empire Hall owner Puran Giri also said that there is no need to panic now. Dhanbahadur Sarki, the councillor of Wellington County, said that although almost 90% of Nepali businesses were closed and suffered economic losses, there was no human casualty or material damage. It's now time for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
Here's the question. What do you term the trend of making arrangement for representation of the Dalit community but failing to implement it? Your options are A, disregarding the principle of inclusion, B, indifferent leaders, and C, lack of pressure. The voting is on. Type NEWS, select your option A, B, or C, and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. In our Public Voice segment, we have asked people in several provinces about the problems they have been facing in receiving justice due to delayed court hearings. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
एकातिर आर्थिक अवस्था पनि ल्याबी समस्या गर्छ मान्छेलाई समय पनि उसको चाहिँ लस भएको अवस्था विद्यमान हुन्छ आत्मसम्मानमा चोट पुग्ने र चाहिँ पीडा हुने हुन्छ
प्रत्येक नागरिकलाई न्याय चाहिँ छिटो छरितो पाउनु पर्छ
मानसिक रूपमा नै एउटा चाहिँ विक्षिप्त रूपमा अवस्थामा पर्छ
धेरै गाह्रो समस्या झेलेको देखिरहेको छु
सामाजिक विकासमा नै अलिकति असर पर्छ
यो त धेरै समस्या हुन्छ नि एउटा कुरालाई 10 खेपसम्म धाउनु पर्छ त्यति गर्दा पनि गरिबले त त्यही पनि न्याय पाउँदैन
कार्य सम्पादन यथाशीघ्र भयो भने दुईटै पक्षलाई फाइदा हुन्छ
हामी धेरै पीडामा छौं यो पीडाले गर्दाखेरि न जिउने र बाँच्ने आधार बनाएको छ हामीले अदालतले
सारै दुख र झन्झटिलो काम जस्तो देख्छु तर धेरै फैसला हुन नि धेरै समय लगाउने के
2 महिना 3 महिना लाग्छ कहिले 6 महिना पनि लागेछ मेरैमै 6 महिना लागेछ
हरेक टेबलमा पैसा दिनु पर्छ यो समस्याले गर्दाखेरि के हुन्छ भने अदालत प्रक्रियामा ढिलो हुन्छ
धेरै गाह्रो समस्या हुन पारेको छ
न्यायालयले चाहिँ मुद्दा सकेसम्म छिटो भन्दा छिटो मुद्दा किनारा लगाइदिने या फैसला गर्दिने
एडजुडिकेसनमा जाने कुरा इम्प्लिमेन्टेसनमा जाने कुरा एकदमै ढिला हुन्छ
ढिलो न्याय हुनु भनेको न्याय नै नपाउनु सर हो
पीडित चाहिँ पीडित हुने अवस्था रहन्छ ढिलो न्याय दिनु नदिनु बराबर हो न्याय प्राप्तिको लडाई बीचैमै छोड्न पनि सक्छ
It's time now for the international update. The United States, Egypt, and Qatar have released a joint statement calling on Israel and Hamas to meet for negotiations on 15th of August, this Thursday, in order to finalize a Gaza ceasefire and hostage release deal. The statement said the three nations had forged a framework agreement that had only the details of implementation left to conclude. Israel said it would send negotiators to the proposed talks, which are scheduled for this Thursday in Doha or Cairo. The renewed diplomatic push will be seen as an attempt to stop regional tensions from spiraling out of control after Hamas's leader Ismail Haniyeh was assassinated last week. Iran, blaming Israel, has vowed a response, though Israel has not commented directly on the killing. The statement was signed by U.S. President Joe Biden, Egyptian President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi, and the Emir of Qatar, Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani. Meanwhile, Israel continued its bombardment of the Gaza Strip yesterday. Gaza's Hamas-run Civil Defense Force said it hit 2 schools, killing more than 18 people. The Israeli military said it had struck Hamas command centers. The 10-month war in Gaza was triggered by Hamas's October 7 attack on southern Israel, in which 1,200 people were killed and 250 taken hostage to Gaza, according to Israeli tallies. That's all for the moment. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.